Well, good morning, everyone. It is Community Shield Day, Manchester United versus Manchester City, in what will be a glorified pre-season friendly if we lose, but if we do win, it is a sign that a quadruple is coming to Old Trafford. Yes, chat, it is Community Shield Day. How are we feeling for it? How are we feeling? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Let's push for 100 likes today. I mean, it is Community Shield Day. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Come on, then. Have some fun. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, ZM. Good morning, Malman. How are we all doing, chat? Hope we're all doing well. Good morning, Rashid. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. But before we get into any Community Shield talk, there is so much transfer news to be discussing today. Mario Hermoso, Matisse de Ligt, Mazraoui, as well as so much more. Chat, big day today. Big day today. So much news dropped last night. So much. So much news. How are we doing, chat? Let me know. Let me know. Feeling good? Feeling good? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling quite nervous, actually. I woke up this morning. I don't get nervous. But I felt a little bit. Honestly. Felt it a little bit. Give it one more minute. Let some more people filter in. And we'll start the stream getting red hot into it. And Wan-Bissaka seems to be a big topic of conversation already. Already a big topic. How are we all doing, chat? Give me 1 second. We'll get straight into it. Morning, Joshy boy. Good morning, Alex King. How you doing, mate? Hope you're all doing well. One more second, chat. 1 more seconds. Frozen is Beckham era. Yeah, no. Curtains. Collar top. You know how it is. You know how it is. Shall we get into the stream, chat? Shall we get into the stream? Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the MPB Morning Show. I'm your host, Alex, at Alex Talks All, and today, Manchester United go to war with Manchester City. But over the last 24 hours, the tides have changed, and it seems that Manchester United are finally winning the war in the transfer markets. Hermoso talks. Wan-Bissaka damn near gone right now. Mazraoui is so close. And a surprise hijack that I don't think anyone has seen coming. If you want to know who the hijack is, stick around till later on in the stream. You won't want to miss that. But before we start off, if you're excited for everything that's going to happen, make sure you hit the like button. We're 10 likes in already. Let's hit 15. 5 minutes into the stream, and as per, smash the subscribe button as well. We're aiming for 6,000 subs by the end of August. It would mean the world to me if we can hit that. And I'm also pleased to announce that today I will be hosting a watch-along for the Manchester United versus Manchester City game. First time I've ever done one. If you want to watch the game with someone, with your old pal Alex, make sure you join the stream at 10:45, where you can find me watching the game alongside you. Hope we're all doing well, chat. Hope we're all doing well. But shall we get straight involved into the news, chat? Shall we get straight in? To Mario Hermoso. Yesterday, near the end of the stream, I unfairly dismissed a report by Ramirez Maximo. And sort of dismissed it as agent talk. I dismissed it as even a straight up lie. Not at one point had we been linked to Mario Hermoso. Not at one point ever since tossing Adebayo earlier on in the window had we even explored the free agent market. And he made a report saying Manchester United have initiated official contacts with free agent defender Mario Hermoso. Negotiations are in the initial phase. Hermoso is asking for a gross salary of €6 million and a 3-year contract. Now, so I was really quite sceptical on this, to be honest. And then out of nowhere, late last night, Fabrizio Romano dropped the bomb and legitimised this report, legitimised this journalist, as he says Manchester United have been considering a move for free agent defender Mario Hermoso in recent hours. Chat, this is a legitimate deal, this. Legitimate deal. Yeah, 245, sorry. 245. Legitimate deal, this. We're looking at him. We're looking at him straight away, chat. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Hearing about this deal, looking at this deal, what are your initial thoughts, feelings, and opinions? Have you watched much of him? Have you watched him at all? Are you a keen follower of Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone, or La Liga in general? Chat, I want to know, how do you feel about the Mario Hermoso deal? Kicking us off strong, let me know. Let me know. Quite a surprising move, to be fair. Quite a surprising move. But let's look at the two reports. One is far more in depth than the other. Ramirez is obviously close to Hermoso's camp, maybe even Hermoso himself. He details that negotiations are in the initial phase. We've contacted them. Very simply, that's all it is. We've gone up to them. We've gone, you know what? what's it going to take for him to come? CAA agency, which I believe Hermoso's agent group is looking after him. They've got a long-standing history with United. It doesn't surprise me we're talking through them early. Interesting, Hermoso is asking for a gross salary of 6 million euros and a 3-year contract. Chat, that comes to like, what, 115,000 euros a week? 100k a week in pounds. Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's fair? Hermoso was nearly 30. I'm about to get onto that. A 3-year contract for Hermoso. At 29 years old, I don't love that idea. I think it's a good age profile as long as you get, what, a 2-year deal plus an extra deal where decreased wages, decreased playing time. That makes the most sense to me. That makes the most sense. That makes the most sense. Let me know. Let me know. It's a cheap signing again, but at this point, we just need someone who says, Joshy boy. It is a cheap signing, but it's a smart one. I think it's a smart one. I'll get into my analysis of him in a second, which is actually very limited, but I have really quite clever take on it. But anyone else, chat? I've never heard of this Mavio Hermoso, Adam Calvert, 29-year-old centre-back / left-back, mainly a centre-back though, out of Atletico Madrid. He's Spanish. He's played for Madrid in his earlier days. He then went on loan to, I think, Elche, I think maybe, and he's been with Madrid for the last 4 or 5 years of his career. That's his career in a nutshell. Berg at 30 million. We'll talk about Berg later, mate. We'll talk about Berg later. I think that's fair. I think it's a tad too much. I'd pay him £85,000-90,000 a week with fees stretching up higher to, I don't know, 115 if he starts more games, if he plays really well, if clean sheets are achieved. That is what I would go with for Hermoso wage-wise. But again, we had a report 25 minutes ago from Fabrizio Romano, again confirming our interest. He says, Mavio Hermoso has been discussed as an option at Manchester United, still available as free agent after leaving Atletico. But understand United's next priority is still Mazraoui deal after selling Wan-Bissaka to West Ham. Hermoso assessing several options. We're not the only one coming in for him. That's obvious. A free agent of his calibre, of his ability, is always going to attract market interest. That is not surprising. That is not surprising, chap. That's not surprising at all. But again, it's nice to hear that we're going for Mazraoui and Wan-Bissaka. We'll talk about that closely in a second. But look, Hermoso, early stages, but the fact that Babs commented on it, it means quite a lot to me. I was chatting with my boss, and I was asking him, I was quite sceptical on it. I was like, oh, it might be agent talk. I think CAA agency are really pushing it out here, but Bab wouldn't report it if the interest isn't genuine. I want a report from Orny, a report from the Muppeteers, Pletigo, even a good Spanish source, before I really get excited about this deal. But so far, I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited, chap. I really am quite excited. I think Hermoso has some decent pace and he's aggressive, so that's good. The man is a madman. You don't play for Diego Simeone and not be a madman. I think that's my main point. That is my main point, chat. That's what I want to talk about. I don't know Hermoso that well. I don't. I remember him from FIFA when I was like, what, 16, 15 years old, and him having pace. That is genuinely the extent, sorry chat, the extent of my analysis. That's it. I think I watched some highlights on him and he looks comfortable on the ball. He can carry the ball, but I'm not watching enough of him to go, okay, can he control the ball? Can he look after it? What's his passing range like? Does he pick the right passes in the right moments? He's good on the ball, but is he that good on the ball? Is he good enough? It's those questions I don't know the answer to. What I can answer you, though, is his commitment. Is his ability to play in a compact, tactical setup. In his commitment to the badge, commitment to the gaffer, to the boss. In his 4 or 5 years at Atletico, Hermoso has played more than 26 games in 4 out of 5 of those seasons. And the only one he didn't was in his first season, gaining Simeone's trust. Diego Simeone trusts Mavio Hermoso. That is really important to me. A coach of that calibre, trusting one of his defenders to be versatile, to play centre-back either side, to go out to left-back. That to me is so key. It's so, so key. And also, Simeone loves his nutters at the back. He loves players who will give it all for the badge, who are good wide channel defenders, who will get stuck in. That's why I'm really keen on Hermoso. More away from just his ability as a footballer, I'm trusting him because of the backing he's been given by Diego Simeone. A really quite reductive way of looking at it. But you know what? What we're looking for as a defender, I quite like it. Very decent backup. Ligt and Mazraoui coming, says premium. I agree, mate. I agree. Absolutely. I agree with you, absolutely. Does anyone not like the deal? Anyone not like the idea? Let me know. Let me know. I mean, he's 30 years old. I think that's something we have to be thinking about as well. He is an old man at the end of the day. Let me know, chat. He's a better profile than Lindelof and Maguire at least. He's versatile. He stops us signing an out-and-out left-back, allows a mass to come into the team more. I'm never going to moan at that. I am never going to moan at that, chat. Never. Never going to moan at that. I wonder what his injury record is like. Someone look that up. Don't go off the stream. Don't go off the stream. Get the laptop out. Get the phone out. I've got my phone to the side of me. You can as well. Search for Hermoso's injury record and get back to me. Free signing, bring. I like it. I like the signing. I think it's a decent enough signing. Do I think it'll get done? I mean, maybe. Maybe. I think at the moment we're assessing options. Let's get Mazraoui over the line. Let's get the Ligt over the line. Let's see what we're looking at in midfield. And then we'll see. I wouldn't say it's likely right now. I think it's the same thing we talk about Sander Berg, Yusuf Fofana, those sort of deals. We're assessing options. It's in its embryonic stage, looking for another centre-back. Same as looking for another midfielder. We're just sort of putting feelers out, trying to figure it out. Chat, yes or no on Hermoso? Yes or no? Do you want to bring him in? Do you not want to bring him in? And if you do say yes, and if you do say no even, rate the signing out of 10. There's over 40 of you in the stream right now. Get involved in the chat and let me know. Let me know. Sorry, Ronald says, Hermoso being able to play both as left-back and centre-back at 29 is quite a cheat. I think the age profile is perfect. He can be a backup to Lisandro Martinez, a backup to Shaw and Malacia, sort of swap duties with Amas. It makes sense. 2-3 years, we can move him on for like, what? 5-10 million euros, something like that. He can go back to Spain. He can enjoy his retirement there. And we can bring in another bona fide centre-back. To me, the progression in this deal makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Normal injury record, great. Great. That makes me happy. That makes me really happy. Yes, Science has said, Em and Alex King. Yeah, fair. I like the idea. I think it's a very low-risk deal. As long as the wages are below £100,000 a week, with add-ons, I don't mind the deal at all. I really quite like the deal. I really like the deal. And we do need it. With our centre-backs dropping like flies, we really need the deal. We really need it. We really need it. Any other thoughts and feelings, chat? Just a few minor injuries. Great, Joshy boy, great. Not really sold on Berg, though, says Premium. Very mediocre. We'll talk about Berg more in a second, mate. We'll talk about Berg more in a second. We'll get onto him soon. We're talking about Wan-Bissaka and Mazraoui next, as well as the Ligt and the certainty that they'll be coming to United, at least according to some journalists. Then later we'll talk about a potential hijacking of Manchester United, as well as so much other news. Chat, you don't want to miss a beat today. Don't want to miss a beat. And as I said earlier, hit the subscribe button. I am doing a watch-along today. Manchester United versus Manchester City. Don't be late. 2:45. 2:45. Was the Ferdy Kadioglu stories yesterday just hearsay? Speaking about that later. I love the player. I love the lad. Any more thoughts and feelings on Hermoso, chat? Any more thoughts and feelings? Does that mean Maguire is leaving for Juve and Lindelof is packing his bags for Turkey? Again, Lindelof, I don't know. Maguire, I don't know. Lindelof, I'm a lot more confident that he's going to be leaving. We heard this morning. Let me find the report. Before we go on to the Ligt, let's end this segment here, shall we? Where is it? Here we go. According to Court Offside, Victor Lindelof is set to depart Manchester United. He's attracting serious interest from several clubs in Saudi Arabia and Italy. United are asking for a transfer fee between £6 million, £9 million for the defender who wants a new challenge. Chat, I know this is going to be... It's done. This is done. Lindelof's gone. We were asking for £15 million. It's dropped quite considerably now to £6-9 million. There is a willingness to move him on. We move him on, we get the Ligt in. That's how I see it. It's a nice change of language. We got a tentative interest from Ducker a few days ago about Turkish clubs. Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, among others, were looking at him and not really pulling the trigger. Victor Lindelof, on the other hand, is now attracting interest from Saudi Arabia and Italy now that the price has been lowered. It makes sense. Missed 10 games in over 3 years. Regarding Hermoso, perfect. That's perfect, actually. Genuinely ideal. But chat, now that we've sorted the centre-back situation out, let's go on to the main centre-back target in Matthijs de Ligt and the seeming certainty that he is coming to Manchester United this summer. alongside the Wan-Bissaka and the Mazraoui deal. It's a weird little web. It's a weird little web. Let's get into it. The Ligt, here we go, is coming. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully. I doubt it. I doubt it's coming today, but hopefully. Shall we talk about it? Let's talk about it, chat. Plettigol came out with a report yesterday saying, oh, sorry, chat. The expectation is that Mazraoui and the Ligt will both join Manchester United this month. If all goes to plan, a double transfer will be completed. Positive negotiations are ongoing between the clubs. United are pushing and progress is being made. Chat, that's huge. Mazraoui has always sort of been done and dusted. That's been done and dusted for a while. Santi reported a while back saying, look, we've sorted it out between the two clubs. We're just waiting for Wan-Bissaka to move on, and then Mazraoui will come in to the football club. The Ligt's a different story. It's a different story. We've heard for a while we're at a stalemate with Bayern Munich. Sort of stuck around that £34 million, £40 million sort of distance. Too big of a bridge of a gap to really reach. Interestingly enough, Lindelof could be sold for £6 million, making up the difference between the two. So keep that in mind, chat. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. But again, it's really nice to see progress is being made. We're going forward. We're actually trying to reach a conclusion here. United are pushing. To me, that translates to United leading negotiations. We are leading the push. We are actively bringing the price closer together. We're not going to be bringing the price down. I think that's Bayern Munich's minimum, sorry, £40 million. I think we're going up and up and up to it. I think we'll eventually end up paying the full £40 million. That's my guess. That's my guess. But it's nice. It's nice. It's a really nice report to hear. Everyone was so moany yesterday on Twitter. I don't know if you lot were on there with me, but my God, it was a cesspit on there. And then this news and everyone shuts up, which is really quite nice. But yeah, no. Good things. Good things come to those who wait, chat. Good things come to those who wait. I feel really bad about the Maguire situation. We need to get rid of him, but we just can't with his wages. We should have sold him to West Ham when we had the chance last season. Imagine how we would have been, mate, if we sold Harry Maguire and all of the injuries still happened. Imagine. That would have been appalling. That would have been appalling. And chat, we're at 17 likes right now. We're 3 likes away from the big 20. Smash the like button and get us there. Would mean the world today. Yes, and Wan-Bissaka jog on, lad, could do one. Look, we'll talk about Wan-Bissaka more in a second, but look, the Bayern Munich pair will rejoin United in the next few weeks. I suspect by the end of next week, a week today, I expect the deal to be done. Both deals to be done. Here he goes. Maybe not holding up the shirt in the Ligt's case, in Wan-Bissaka's case, no, in Mazraoui's case, absolutely, because in my opinion, Wan-Bissaka, here we go, comes tomorrow. Not today. Not today. I think Community Shield Day, we won't do that. But let's look at the reports regarding that. Let's look at the reports. Sky Sports broke the news that positive talks continue for West Ham over a deal for Wan-Bissaka, who is currently negotiating exit terms with Manchester United. Fabrizio comes on and says West Ham remain in active talks for Wan-Bissaka, but realistically, publicly, this was broken by ex-West Ham United employee, as he's known in the no circles, broke the news on his Patreon. He is fantastic. Give him a follow everywhere. For West Ham news, he is goated. He is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be for West Ham news. He said Wan-Bissaka's compensation package is very close to being agreed for him to join West Ham. This issue was holding up the transfer. I expect it to be done. Plettigol came out this morning and sort of confirmed it. But chat's going to ask me, how does Plettigol know about Wan-Bissaka? Why Mazraoui is so inextricably linked to this deal? He has to know it. He has to know it. He says, let me find it. Let me find it, chat. Here we go. Manchester United and West Ham want to finalise the transfer on Wan-Bissaka today, and they will. His medical is planned for the next 3 days. Done deal very soon. Chat, done and dusted. Wan-Bissaka to West Ham United. Mazraoui to Manchester United. Done, deal, done and dusted. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I think it's done. I think it's going to happen. Here he goes, either after the game or Sunday. That is the expectation. Here we go, chat. Here we go. We would have brought someone in to replace Maguire last season. I don't trust the Glazers, mate. I don't trust the Glazers. Apparently the team has leaked. Has anyone seen it? A big thing for me about team leaks is I won't do it. I won't do team leaks. I'll probably know about it. I'll never share it with you lot at all. And if you see it, don't share it. Never share it. It gives you, more than you believe, clubs monitor social media. They monitor in the nose. They monitor people who leak team news. City will have a team looking at Twitter, looking at Instagram, hoping team news leaks. Don't encourage it. Don't share it. We're United fans at the end of the day. We want our team to do well. We want our team to do well. Jack, mate, you're exactly right. Maguire up top. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Maguire up top. City, if you're watching, that's Erik ten Hag's plan. That is our false nine, Harry Maguire. Not Jadon Sancho, not Bruno Fernandes. Harry Slabhead Maguire up front. I hate leaks, yeah. I mean, I don't mind them. I hate team leaks. I hate team leaks. I hate team leaks. But there we go, chat. There we go. You think... Where was it? Sorry, I missed something. You think they'll make their debuts against Fulham? I think Mazraoui could be in the squad for Fulham. I'm not too sure about De Ligt. I think, you know what's interesting? We speak about the dominoes falling. Everyone's saying Wan-Bissaka's going to go. I'm going to get Mazraoui and De Ligt in immediately. No. Really interesting. Look at Fab's tweet. Mazraoui is waiting to join Manchester United as soon as Wan-Bissaka leaves. Look at the omission of De Ligt. Look at the omission there. We're waiting for Lindelof to leave, then De Ligt will come in. That's the domino that needs to fall. That's the dominoes that need to fall. That's the dominoes that need to fall. But again, it's interesting. Mazraoui is waiting to join. The deal's done, chat. The deal's done. Everything's done. There'll be a verbal agreement in principle. We'll have the funds. I suspect it's what? 15 plus 5, 18 plus 2, something like that. That is the fee agreed. Yeah. It makes all the sense in the world. It makes all the sense. Premium. You're right. Heard Onana is rested and Everton is playing in goal. Exactly. City, again, if you're watching, that is the lineup. Don't listen to all these good people who get all their good sources of information. Don't go ask them. Come to the MPB morning show. We give you legitimate and realistic lineup predictions. In fact, even leaks. That's what it is. That's what it is. Can't believe Rooney's playing up top today. Andy Williams, mate. We've got in the nose coming out of our arses here, chat. That's what we've got. Is he gone? Is Wan-Bissaka gone? I expect it soon. I mean, Sky Sports are saying close to an agreement on all aspects for a deal for Wan-Bissaka. Are effectively done. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Done and dusted. Deal's going through. Mazraoui to Manchester United. Done and dusted. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm glad to see the back of Wan-Bissaka, though, with all due respect. Let's talk about it. Wan-Bissaka versus Mazraoui. Pros and cons. Wan-Bissaka is a player I have a lot of love for. I have a lot of love for him. I think there's not a player like him in world football. He is a Swiss Army knife player. There's not a better player, 1v1 defending in the world, in my opinion. You don't get better. Raheem Sterling, Kylian Mbappe, Jeremy Doku. You've got... Who else? Neymar. Over the last few years, Mohamed Salah. We legitimately swapped Wan-Bissaka over to the left, looked at Salah, went, okay, time for lunch. That's where he went. We had Wan-Bissaka hates the left-hand side. He can't use the ball there, but Erik ten Hag knew the only way to stop Mohamed Salah with no left-back is throwing Wan-Bissaka at him. That's the only way. That is the only way. Saka, Martinelli, you name it, Wan-Bissaka has stopped them. That's what I love about him. And on the ball, sure, biomechanics a little bit off. He's a little bit off. It's not the best thing in the world to watch, but I have a lot of love for him. I think on the ball he is underrated. I think his dribbling biomechanics are really quite deceptive. They're great on the ball. I think for what Erik ten Hag is trying to do, I think it's a bit of a shame because all of the responsibility in the first phase of the progression is on the back line. The Sixers, at least at the moment, have very little to do, which places a lot of pressure on Wan-Bissaka and really limits him as a player. So I do get why Mazraoui coming in, versatile, on the ball at right back and left back, a half-decent defender. He can invert. He's great at overlapping, underlapping on the right-hand side. Something that Amad Diallo will thrive off of. And Amad Diallo, Mazraoui, right-hand side, mwah, chef's kiss, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. That is what I love about it. There's pros and cons to both. I think Wan-Bissaka's profile is more valuable for top-end projects. For Manchester City, for an Arsenal, for a Jurgen Klopp Liverpool, you would rather have an Wan-Bissaka over a Mazraoui. I think that's the truth. But for our current stage of progression, we need a confident on the ball, versatile fullback. Mazraoui fits that bill. His profile, his playing ability is far more valuable to us than our Wan-Bissaka is. And that's a shame. It's a shame. But chat, let me know. Let me know how you're feeling about it. Are you going to miss Wan-Bissaka? Does any of you here think he's better than Mazraoui? To me, long term, I think he is. But I think I'll get a bit of flack for saying that, I suspect. I get a bit of flack. Kangumba says 65 million move for Newcastle and oh good god. Mate, if you haven't guessed already, we're a United channel. You're a Newcastle United channel, we're a United channel. What's the team we call United? What's the team we call United, chat? Oh dear. How good have West Ham been this window? Really impressive. West Ham, Newcastle, Villa, Spurs, all these lesser clubs. Spurs, Villa, West Ham, all these lesser clubs trying to break into Europe, trying to make a name for themselves. Genuinely, they're doing really, really well. I think they're doing their absolute hardest. I'm really quite proud of them. They're doing really well. They're doing really well. Hi, Spurs fans. Hi, Spurs fans. West Ham will finish 5th next season premium. Nope, Villa. Villa. Manchester United says, tell me exactly, mate. Exactly. We're not on Newcastle page. We're not on Newcastle page. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. I'm concerned if we have made dodgy results and performances, the media will push for Roux to take over. They're always going to do that. They were always going to do that. Chat, let me know. We're 7 likes away. Can we hit 30 today? Can we hit 30 today on this Community Shield day? Everyone's having a sleep in. It's a Saturday morning. I completely understand that, but we're 7 likes away from 30 likes. Let's see if we can hit a chat. Let's see. Only one United is Alex King. If you agree with Alex that the only United is Manchester United, hit the like button. Get involved. Get involved, chat. See if there's any more Wan-Bissaka news. I suspect we might even get all a here we go on the stream. Just having a little look, chat. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Having a little look. Bro is lost. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. But chat, that is the who would you rather have? You know, we'll do a poll. We'll do a poll. Will you miss Wan-Bissaka at Manchester United? Get involved with that, chat. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. To me, Wan-Bissaka is... To me, Wan-Bissaka was a... I loved him a lot. I think he was one of the biggest signings under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Someone who I fell in love with United a lot more under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's reign. So, I don't know. Let me know, chat. What are your feelings about Wan-Bissaka? Let me know. Let me know. I'm not too happy about Wan-Bissaka going, but he's long overdue to leave and he's too limited going forward. If we're going to lose Wan-Bissaka, then we need to get Mario Hermoso in. He's a destroyer that we need. He's certainly a destroyer. He's more than that. He's also not a right back. But he's a destroyer. He's strong in the challenges. Great challenge defending. He's great out wide. You can't play at left back in a Diego Simeone system if you don't have the pace, if you can't track back, if you can't look after your wing. So I like that. I like that a lot from Hermoso. I like it a lot. I'd rather Maguire was going than Wan-Bissaka. No, I disagree. I think Maguire's got a part to play in this squad. I think the centre-back sort of setup of Lisandro Martinez, Hermoso, Maguire, De Ligt, and Lenny Yoro is a really good, and Evans as well, is a really, really, really good back six. I like that a lot. I like that an awful lot. I think it's really balanced. I think that works. Do you agree with me, chat? Do you agree? I think it's perfect, personally. I think it's perfect. That is a proper defensive revamp, is what it is. Proper defensive revamp. That's what I think it is. Oh, chats, I'm really sniffly today. Sorry. If you don't know, I am a little bit ill at the moment. Putting a double shift for you lot today as well, with a watch along later on. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that. 2:15, Alex Talks All. This is first ever watch long on the MPB Morning Show channel. Manchester United versus Manchester City, Community Shield final. Don't miss out, chat. Don't miss out. I'd rather... Lindelof leaving soon? I certainly hope so. I think he will be. I think he will be. Premium says I'll miss him, but not like big teams are lining up to sign him. If we want to improve, we need to move players on. No sentiment here. I agree, Premium. I agree. I think he has a place at a top club, though. I think he has a place in a Champions League club, back up right back. You bring him on in a back five as a right wing back, dropping back, being that sort of that neutralizer, throwing him on a Vinicius Junior, throwing him on a Mbappe, and just seeing what happens. So I don't think you have a better chance to nullify a player than doing that, honestly. Honestly, I need Maguire too. Our centre-back option will be Ligt, Maguire, Licha, Yora, and Hermoso, and thingy-majiggy. What do you call it? And Evans. Don't forget Johnny Evans. He's the new granddad of the squad. Don't forget Johnny Evans. Inter wants to sign Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, they did. Inzaghi loves him. Inzaghi loves him, and I love Inzaghi, so hey ho. But chat, shall we move on to the hijack? At the moment, United have been sort of in this sort of player selling trouble. And at several points, Mazraoui, De Ligt have seemingly had offers from other clubs who could pay the money there and now. Hijacks had been made and attempted on both of those players, but both have given their complete and utter priority to Manchester United Football Club, the biggest club in world football. Remember, both of them at Bayern Munich already, and they both just want Manchester United. Which, in my opinion, rather quite nice. And it stopped them from being hijacked. But United have already hijacked 2 players this summer already. What would it matter if we hijack just one more? And the name is Ferdi Kadioglu, one of my favourite players on market opportunities in the window so far. One of my favourites. It was reported by, I think, Ornstein and a few others, I'm not too sure, that Brighton had agreed a fee or were in talks with Kadioglu and Fenerbahce with a deal around him. Totaling what, £35 million? £30 million? That sort of price range. That was the fee sort of being mentioned and agreed upon. And Manchester United are swooping back in for him. According to a really top Turkish source, I'm going to butcher the name, so I apologise if you're ever watching or if you're Turkish. Yagosa Bunkoglu. I'm really sorry to any of my Turkish listeners. I'm really, really, really sorry. He reports that if Fenerbahce accept the offers, Ferdi Kadioglu wants to move to the Premier League. The player is open to offers from England. Manchester United met with Ferdi Kadioglu's representative and asked about the contract terms he would demand from them in case of an agreement with Fenerbahce. Now, look, chat, that's quite big. That's quite big to me. That's quite big because we know what the fee is now. It's been reported publicly. I'm sure United now know the fee to be £30 million or thereabouts. We wouldn't still be asking about that deal if we didn't think we could do it. Maybe it's a Wan-Bissaka sort of addition. Maybe it's a Mazraoui falls through somehow. We've got a backup, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think it's a genuine market opportunity we are exploring. And I think it is if Jadon Sancho leaves Manchester United, we could be going after him. Remember, Kadioglu is not just a right back. He's not just a left back. He's a right winger, a left winger, a centre mid, an inverted fullback. He can play left wing back, right wing back. He can play. You know what? He can play anywhere, bar and goal, and maybe centre back. That is just how versatile Kadioglu is. And at the moment, Sancho is a luxury player to me. He's a great player to have, but we have so much depth here, there, and everywhere. We've got Garnacho, Rashford on the left wing. Xerxes can play across the front line. On the right, we've got... God, who have we got? We've got Ahmad. We've got Anthony as well. The interview yesterday, I'm backing him now. So many other players as well. Shea Lacey coming through the ranks. Then it would make sense if we get rid of Sancho, we sign another luxury player in Kadioglu. Chat, how do you feel about that? Do you think it's likely at all? Do you think it's likely? Let me know. Let me know. But also, speaking about one fullback, so a fullback that will be departing us very, very soon. 52% of you believe that you will not miss Wan-Bissaka at Manchester United Football Club. It's a shame. I'll miss him. He seems like a really nice guy. Really nice guy. Like, he didn't ever do media. There's a story about, I think, I don't know who said it. I think Pinero said it. That, like, he did a media day with him once. And was asking questions. Bissaka wouldn't say a word. He just sort of nodded there and just sit him looking like this. That's literally all he would do for like 15, 10 minute segment. That's outrageous. And I love him a lot for it. I love him a lot for it. Kadioglu to Brighton. We're not making a bid. Just inquiries. We wouldn't make an inquiry if we weren't interested. And we wouldn't be interested if we didn't think a deal could be done. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's giving me a bit of hope. We know the exact terms of the deal now. That is publicly known. It's the same for everyone now. We know the terms of the deal. It's getting me a little bit excited, I'm not going to lie. It's getting me a little bit excited. Getting me a little bit excited. He still has Doku in his pocket. God. You know what? The Doku goal against us in the final really made me sad because, like, oh my God. How Wan-Bissaka was locking that man up. He was locking that man up as well. Oh. Deary me. Deary me. Wan-Bissaka has no personality. Bless him. He does. He doesn't show it. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't care for the media, and I love him a lot for it. As someone who works in the media, would love to interview him. I would so respect it if he just sat there just being himself and not saying anything. I'd love it. I'd love it. But going forward, he holds us back. But no defender is better in a one-on-one situation. Yeah, no, I agree. Look at the Kadioglu thing. Just wrapping it up before I move on to the midfield. And a little bit of a nugget for you lot. Little bit of a nugget. A little bit of a tease for you lot. I can't give you a name or any names. But the midfield situation... Stay tuned. Stay tuned, chat. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to go anywhere. Looking at the sort of the Kadioglu report in a little bit more depth. If Fenerbahce accept the offers, Ferdi Kadioglu wants to move to the Premier League. He is open. He is willing. He does not want to stay, particularly at Fenerbahce. That is the obvious thing. But really, there's not much willingness. Here, it's... This deal to me screams Fenerbahce have offered him again to Manchester United. They know the terms of the deal. Or not Fenerbahce, just more the agents. They know the terms of the deal now. And they've gone, United, look. Do you want him? Do you want him? Here's the wages he want. Here's the wages he want. And I think the journalist has been sort of manipulating delivering this line out. That's my guess. That is just a pure guess. But I don't think we were the one approaching Kadioglu. I don't think so. I don't think so. When we talk about Onana, Onana doesn't give me confidence, so we need defenders. Andre Onana? What? He gives me so much hope. I love Onana. Chat, he's a great shot stopper. He gets a lot of stick because he lets some goals in. Because he faced 1 million shots last season, chat. That's why. That's why. Yeah, I'm kidding. He's humble, but we need people with a lot of personality and winners. I agree. I agree. But chat, shall we move on to the midfield talk very quickly? First of all, we're going to little bit of focus in on Manuel Ugarte and the linking of Ugarte to Jarrod Branthwaite. Duncan Castles, the sort of expert on this deal, says Manchester United were confident of completing the signing of Manuel Ugarte last weekend. However, PSG stuck to their asking price of £51 million and refused to accept United's offer of £43 million. £51 million, far too much money. Far too much money. That, so much money. Don't want to be going anywhere near that, chat. Don't want to be going anywhere near that. But again, it's the same sort of thing as Jarrod Branthwaite. We were confident at one point and we pulled away. Not pulled out, not pulled out. Pulling away, pulling out. Very different things, chat. Very important that. Very different things. So yeah, I think Jarrod Branthwaite, the same thing. We heard the price was too big. We put a little bit of distance between ourselves. Like, you know what? Price ever comes down, you need some money. Look, we're here for you. We'll do the deal on our terms. We're not going to do the deal on your terms. We still have an interest in the player. Keeping the Manuel Ugarte sort of contract negotiation, the contract agreement in the place. The same way we kept the Branthwaite agreement in place. We still have agreed personal terms with Jarrod Branthwaite. I believe that. I believe that. The same way we've done with Manuel Ugarte. So look, that's what's going on, chat. That's what's going on with it. Very similar to Branthwaite. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I think we were hoping that they'd sign Neves and then drop their price. They haven't. They haven't dropped their price. They're being really, being a bit of a stickler about it. But yeah, hey ho. That's where we're at with that deal. That's where we're at with that deal. What a player. Who, bring back Cleverson? God, you lot are going on about some rogue deals. Jemba, chat. Jesus, wept. Good God, chat. Good God. But shall we talk about the other midfielders we are looking at? Sander Berg was a big name being discussed on the channel yesterday. He was a big name. He was a big name, chat. And we get a report from Mirror Anderson saying Manchester United will have to pay £30 million for Sander Berg. Burnley will not block his return to the Premier League, but are determined to get full value for Berg if he does leave. £30 million for Sander Berg, chat. What are your thoughts and opinions? Let me know down below. Let me know. Is that too much? Is that too little? Is that a bargain? To me, no. It is double the price of what I'd want. It is double the price of what I'd want. £50 million, £20 million. That is what I'd go with. That is what I'd go with. Anything more, you're being ripped off. They've been relegated. Yeah, they want the full value. Tough. At the end of the day, tough. Tough. Ligt and Mazraoui exclusively waiting for United. Fully expect all three to happen. Do you? I really can't. I can't see a world in which Ugarte comes to United this summer. I can't see a world. I think Berg is a lot more likely. I think looking at the Sander Berg deal, I've been hearing that he's top of our list. I think the list is very fluid as we speak. There's some names on the list that I've heard about that haven't been reported publicly yet that I'm quite excited for. I think we're going to hear some more things soon. I think the list that's out there at the moment is incomplete. We are looking at other deals. I can't say more. I know the players. But yeah. Stay tuned, chat. Stay tuned for our midfield saga. Stay tuned. There's a few more twists of the tail, I think. £15 million max for Berglam out. Yeah, I agree. 20 million, 15 plus 5 with add-ons being relatively difficult. I like the idea of that. I think anything more, it's excessive. He's not a £30 million player. Actually, no. In the Premier League, his value, I think, is fair. £30 million is fair. In the Championship, no. They need to sell. They've lost their manager. He will want the move. If we get him to push, I think it's a very achievable deal. Jack Wells, are they likely, though? Just as likely as everything else at the moment. Yeah. Just as likely as everything else. Complicated for different reasons, but yes. Let's see if he's in the squad for the Luton Town game on Monday. Because if he isn't and he's not injured, then surely it is transfer related. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Chat, we have 4 likes away from 35 likes, by the way. If we can hit that stage, that would mean the absolute world to me. Would really appreciate that, chat. Would really appreciate that. Lamingo says, if we sell Casemiro or McTominay later this window, we can get a big midfield summer signing in. Right now, it looks like Berg. That's been my sort of feeling around the midfield for a while. We're going to bring in a cheap-ish option in the form of Berg, Fofana, other names. And if we sell Scott, which is the most likely option at this point, then we can bring in, maybe look at Ugarte again. Maybe look at someone else. We've heard that we're looking to sign a midfielder, no matter no outgoings. So, I think things are on the cards. I think some things are still on the cards. João Gomez, Johnny Cardoso, Ricardo Rios, likely or not for midfield options. I've heard Ricardo Rios, no. I know I think he's on a shortlist. I think that's enough top journalists reported that. I think Ducker said it. I think Jones might have said it, among others. But when it comes to Rios, I think that it's the release clause. That's the stickler with him. It's the release clause. 30 million is not cheap. No, it's not. Did I say it was cheap? Sorry, I did not want to say it was cheap. 15, 20 million pounds, that's a really good deal for Berg. That's a really good deal. I think 30 million is probably a fair value for him in the Premier League, in the current market situation that Burnley are in. Yeah, give him over. If he pushes for the deal, I think it gets done. That's my feeling. Edison Ladsey's on the list. He's been reported publicly. Ben Jacobs mentioned him. Who is Johnny Cardoso? Even I don't know that, mate. Yeah, Joshua Boy, he looks like Todd from Corrie. What? Who's Todd from Corrie? Chat, good God. You lot are having your own talks today. I can't keep up with you lot. Honestly. Can't keep up with you. Oh, sorry, chat. Let me see if anyone news has come out very quickly. Let me see, chat. In a second, we'll start talking about the Community Shield and how we're feeling about that as well. Start talking about that in a second. Give me a second, chat. I mean, something to mention as well, while we're talking about other midfield options, is Jadon, Malik, Sancho. Duncan Castles, again, a man who's been on top with all PSG and Manchester United negotiations. He says PSG have had direct discussions with Manchester United for Jadon Sancho. Talks advanced to the stage of the price of the potential deal. Translation, yeah, they know the price, they know the wages, they know they can probably get the deal done, otherwise they would withdraw their interest completely, but they don't want to do the deal right now because they are assessing and wanting other options. Kvaratskhelia, Rafael Leao, other better, in their opinion, better left wingers they are looking at. That's what they're looking at. That's what they're looking at. If Sancho goes, it will be late August. It'll be a late August deal, I can guarantee it. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Alex says that United need to... oh, God. I don't know what you mean. Alex, mate, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying there, mate. Look, his stats quite decent. I mean, I'll have a little look. Why not? I'll have a little look. I have time before the United name. I'll have a little look. Carlos plays for Betis. I think he does. That's literally all I knew. I knew he played for Betis. Tell me, Adams, what are you guys talking about? I don't know anymore, mate. My chat's gone. The chat is gone. The chat is gone. No clue. No clue what's going on in there anymore. I think they're talking about Corrie. Maybe Coronation Street. I don't actually know. Anyway, chat. Let's get back on track. Let's get back on football, shall we? Let's chat about Manchester United, Manchester City. God, you lot have confused the hell out of me today. You lot have confused the hell out of me. United, City, domestic cup final, yet again, Community Shield. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How are we feeling about it today, chat? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? One second. One second, chat. Okay, fine. Sorry. I thought we got our Wan-Bissaka confirmation there. I thought I got a message. No. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Ugarte has to be sold. Surplus to requirements. PSG will have to accept United's offer unless someone else puts in a higher bid. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I disagree. I think they'll hold out. I think they don't lose face either. They want their money back. I don't think they're going to get their money back, but look, that's just it. Also, chat, with 4 likes away from 40 likes, it would mean the absolute world to me if we can hit that target today. Mean the absolute world to me. But chat, let's talk about it. United, City, Community Shield. How are we feeling? Score predictions in the chat. There's over 70 of you in here right now. I want to see a whole stream of score predictions. I'll read out every single one. My mod, ZM, is not that happy. 0 confidence. Yeah. I get it. I get having 0 confidence. They are lacking players as well. I don't have the list on top of my head. I have our list. The full travelling squad to face City is Onana, Bayindir, Heaton, Dalot, Maguire, Evans, Martinez, Havertz, Casemiro, Mason Mount, Toby Collier, Scott McTominay, Kobbie Mainoo, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Ahmad, Anthony, Garnacho, Sancho, Pellistri, and Joshua Zirkzee. Our main man, our starting striker, is in the squad. The question is to me, will he start? That's the big question. That's the really big question to me. Personally, no. I don't think he starts. I can't see that deal happening. No, that hip shot. So transfer minded today. Good God. I can't see him starting. I think he hasn't trained enough. Apparently, he's looking really, really sharp. I'm hearing murmurings. He looks great. But I don't think I want to throw him in the deep end too early. I think Jadon start. I think a midfield of... I want Mount starting. I want Sancho starting. I want Bruno on the bench. I want them waiting. I want to see the depth being trusted. I want to see patterns of play being implemented. I want to see a compact mid-block. I want to see a good high press with the fullbacks pushing up. I want to see Amas starting. I want to see Dalot starting. I want to see... Who else? Ligt can start. Maguire will probably start as well. Chat, what midfield would you pick? What midfield would you pick? Let me know. Let me know. I don't think Xerxes will start. It will be Bruno, hopefully. I don't want to rush him back. I think wait till Fulham. Bring him on last half hour and then play Bruno in the first game of the season. That's what I do. Honestly. I think it's too much of a risk, chat. I think it's too much of a risk. Oh dear. On Joshua, you need to try and get as many minutes in the legs before the season starts. We might start to try and get 45 or 60 minutes in his leg. You know what? I wouldn't mind. I think bring him on last 30. I think start Mount and Sancho. 55, 60 minutes in, swap them both off. Bring on Bruno, bring on Xerxes. I think you have to have a game plan going into this. I think you treat it as a friendly. I think you ignore the result at the end of the day. I don't want to see anyone focusing on the result. I don't want to. The same way everyone looked at Villa Newcastle last season. Newcastle battered Villa. Remember Fergie after the game speaking about just how good Villa looked. In pre-season, performances matter. I want to see us playing well. We can miss all the chances in the world as long as we're playing well. As long as we're compact off the ball, that's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for. No apple juice. I'm sorry, Adam, mate. I'm sorry, mate. It'll be back soon, brother. It'll be back soon. I don't have it any today. Sancho will win a lot of fans today. Look, you know what? Slate is clean for everyone. Anyone who had a negative opinion of, who I judged too harshly, Slate is absolutely clean. Slate is absolutely clean. The results are important once we get to Fulham. That's what I agree with. Season starts, that's when I care. Not a moment too soon, though. Not a moment too soon. Sancho needs to go. Sir Alex Ferguson would have had him. Depends if he liked him. We all hear the stories about Scholesy. Remember that? Scholesy just refused to play Arsenal in the cup because he thought it was beneath him. And Fergie did nothing. So he did have his favourites. Fergie had his favourites. Out the door a long time ago. I get why you say that, but it's a new start. Manager was given a clean slate. The owner should have a clean slate for a long time. It's a revolution. It is a new look Manchester United. Back the players. Casemiro, Collier, Mainu. I wouldn't even start Mainu. I really wouldn't start Kobe Mainu, you know. I really wouldn't start him. I really wouldn't start Kobe Mainu. Again, bide your time. Wait. I think it's far too early to be rushing into that. Far too early. My man was kissing other clubs' badge 2 months ago. Yeah, and he'll kiss United's badge today. If he performs, he performs. That's what I care about. That's what I care about. Midfield, Casemiro, Mount, Bruno. We will be ran through, Temi. Temi, that is the worst midfield we can line up with. The worst. The worst. I don't agree with the clean slate thing. Sorry, yeah, it's fair. That's fair, mate. That's very fair. It's very fair. Let's see if any more news is going to drop. I'm hoping for some more. Chat, we have 4 likes. We're from 4 likes. I would love to hit that before we end the stream. I would love to get that. Sir Alex wouldn't mention Sancho publicly. Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. Very much think he would. A lot of these players have had many chances that they need to start performing. Yeah, that's fair. But again, I think for backing Ten Hag, who put up an appalling system at times last season, we have to back the players as well. You have to back the players as well. And chat, unfortunately, I am going to have to go now. I will be back for the stream later, 2:45. Make sure you don't miss it. 15 minutes before the kickoff if you're elsewhere in the world. Don't miss it. I have to run off a little bit early today, unfortunately. Make some streaming later as well. But chat, it's been great chatting with you. I will see you in a couple hours' time. Don't miss it. Get at me at AlexTalks2 on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram so you never miss a piece of my content or any updates on my streams. And as per, smash the subscribe button. Over 6,000 subs by the end of the month. Make sure we get there. Chat, I really appreciate it. I'll see you boys in a couple hours' time. See you then.